What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Leah.
It's your boy, Sean.
And we are...
The Sound.
So, this is our first episode, and we posted on our social media asking you guys to, give us some questions, some insights, some deets, like what do you want us to talk about, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And we have two very good questions that we're going to start with right now. The first question is about, they're all about millennial relationships. So,
yeah.
Okay. And it says, how do you identify if the person you're with is the one, vice versa?
For me, identifying that Leah, my wife, was the one, it was a process. It wasn't like I woke up and saw her one day and like, oh my God, Leah's the one. It definitely wasn't that. It was a process of our journey, going through our journey,
right.
Ups and downs, me getting to know her outside of what she wanted to show me initially, but getting to know the real Leah. That's how I knew through that time. So I think it took about maybe a year, no, more than a year.
It took him more than
It took me some time.
Y'all.
It took me
Story
some time.
time.
Story time.
I told this guy that I loved him. And he told me that what did you say? You have love for me?
Yeah,
Do you know how embarrassing that is? You tell somebody you love them, they're like, I have love for you.
First of all, she came, it's too quick.
It wasn't too quick.
It was like a year.
And not like a half.
Yeah, it took time.
We have talked every day for 7 years.
It's not the same. At that time in my life, I wasn't really thinking that far ahead.
That's the thing. That's the problem. He doesn't think ahead, guys. What did you want to say just now?
No, because I'm saying it's facts. Usually ladies are the ones that are
That's true.
ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
For guys, we're still going through the motion. I'm still figuring out myself. How old was I? Like 20?
Like 22. 21, 22.
21, 22. Yeah, I'm fresh. Just started college. No.
You didn't.
Exactly. I'm still trying to figure out I was a bum. And this girl told me, I love you. I was like, no you don't. Calm down.
Screaming.
You need to
That's
calm
funny.
down. But it goes to say, putting two and two together is I knew that she was the one because, again, I got to know her on a deeper level, and it took so much time and effort on my part too, right? If it's just her just throwing herself at me, but I'm not really putting no effort, it takes the both of us, right? So that's how I knew that she was the one. Again, like I said, it took time. Again, our stories are different, but the result ended up being the same. Yay.
How do you know if the person you're with is the one? Okay, well, you don't know. You don't actually know.
I said the results are the same, so clearly we're on two different...
No, but think about it. You don't actually know right off the bat that person's the one. We're saying the same thing. Like you said, it's a journey. You have to work on it.
Yeah.
Both people have to be willing to work on it, not just the one.
Okay.
So you don't actually know. It's really the commitment.
But you end up knowing though. So then
eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
so how do you know?
But here's the thing. If you don't know by now.
What do you mean by now?
It's how long have you been with this person? You know what I mean?
Okay, so
that all depends too. But my thing is if you've only been with this person for 3 months, what do you mean are they the one? You know what I mean?
That's facts.
And if you've been with them for 4 years, why are you asking me if they're the one?
But there's a story of my uncle. He saw my aunt walking down the aisle in church, and he was just to my other auntie, his sister, I'm going to marry her.
I mean, similar story with my parents. My dad used to watch my mom through the church window.
It's so.
And said, "I'm gonna marry her."
I guess that's what it is. Like in that case,
that's what
my
I'm saying.
uncle.
He wanted that. He knew and wanted that, so he pursued that. But what I'm saying is, your uncle's not gonna be like, "I'm gonna marry that girl," and then be like, "Is she the one?"
That's true. Okay, so for like our generation, how they would figure out, because I already found my one, but how they would figure out if that person is the one, it takes time.
Guys,
like
it's okay to take your time.
It's okay. Like,
don't let nobody rush you. Don't let Instagram rush you. Don't let your friends rush you.
Facts.
Don't let your family rush you. It takes time. It's all right.
Yeah.
Everyone chill.
Yeah. But the thing is, you have to break it down like from the get. Like, does the person like what you like? I'm a musician, right? I've been in a relationship where, well, should I say this? Said I'm married now. So I've been in a relationship where there was a miscommunication in regards to the music side of things. And music is one of my loves.
I think that happens often in relationships. Yeah. Like most times there's a miscommunication, especially when it comes to what the person loves to do. So like if I love to write. I'm a writer. But I spend all of my time writing and you're like, spend time with me, and I'm like, but I need to write this novel or whatever.
But I mean, we're married and I don't like to write, so.
I was being hypothetical. Wow.
Like there has to be a common ground somewhere. That like we can't be like total opposites, and then be like, yeah, this is the one. No, there needs to be a common ground. Like
exactly.
The most important thing that I like, Leo knows, other than like my wife and my relationship, is music. So could you imagine if Leah didn't like music, or she didn't like me like gigging or whatever? Like,
yeah, that would be terrible.
Because sometimes I'm getting home at like 1:00.
And I think that was one of the reasons why he knew that I was the one.
Yeah.
Because he would be calling me, or like he would like 9:00, say for example, like he's doing like some gig downtown or something like that. It starts at 9:00. He has to be there for 9. And he's just like, all right, well, I'm here. And I'm like, well, I'm going to bed. And then I'm like, hey, message me when you're done. All 3:00, 2:00 in the morning, I'm getting a text message like, just finished.
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't stand for that. And I'm just like, all right, well, message me when you get home. Like, let me know you're safe.
And there wasn't no like, oh, you're cheating on me, or you're talking to somebody
like,
else.
Are you really out of this? Take a picture. Let me see who you are.
It wasn't that. There was like, I felt liberated.
Oh, that's cute.
I know. Because sometimes it's not, you don't really take it in until you talk about it. You're like, oh,
that's true.
Damn, like it was pretty easy.
It was easy for you.
You're like super easy.
Life.
I have a good life. I still have a good life. The more you guys communicate, the more you guys talk, the more you guys.
It has to be a conversation.
Yeah, it has to be a conversation.
You can't be like, is she the one? Is he the one? Do I want to spend the rest of my life with this person? And the other person's just like, I'm living. Like, Facts. I don't want this. I'm not trying to get married anytime soon. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be like, I want to get married in the next 2 years, and the next person is just like, I don't plan on getting married in forever. Like,
yeah.
Is this what you both want? Because then you're just wasting your own time.
It's tough because of stupid internet. Like, it's ruining lives and ruining relationships. It's not until both parties come to understanding that, this is how we're gonna do our relationship. This is how we're gonna build this. Right? But what's happening is that you're looking at all these fancy engagements, fancy love stories, and
listen to me.
Talk about
He's
it, fam.
Dropping from helicopters, and the ring explodes. The
ring explodes.
Like, oh my gosh! It explodes and it says, "Will you marry me?"
And then Beyonce comes flying down in a
singing
helicopter.
Halo. Like what?
Could you imagine though? I think I would bawl.
Oh my god, that's funny. But like, this stuff is extravagant, okay? Yeah. And sometimes all you can do is just be like, "Will you marry me?" It's a tap on the shoulder. Hey, I have a question.
Will you marry me? No, and it's that's a reality. Like, so I would say, like, on your journey to finding out if he or she is the one, make sure it's authentic. Like, don't force things. Because I've tried to force things. I thought to find out that she was the one was like me always like getting into fights and arguing, and if she stays, if she's able to like butt heads, if we're able to be on the same level that way, and that was like
he used to pick fights with me, like pick fights, like just
trust me.
Why are you mad? Like, what happened?
That was just my way, but until I put that aside, I'm like, okay, let's just live,
right, and
let things play out. And then from there, we're just like, yo.
Yeah, one day he just stopped picking fights with me. I was like, oh, all right.
Like, I was tired. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Okay, so question number 2.
Wow.
Question number 1 was real long. If you feel like you can't deliver everything your partner wants or needs, what should you do?
First of all, there needs to be a conversation.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of that question to me sounds like an assumption.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys don't talk.
That too, but also like you don't understand the whole thing. Like,
but then it also sounds like there has been conversation of like you're not doing enough.
Yeah. Well, I think in that case then there has to be a level of honesty from both parties. Yeah. So let's do this. Let me go from the guy's perspective, and you can go from the girls.
All right.
Right? Let's role play.
I like physical touch, and you are not touching me enough. I need more cuddles. I need more hugs. These are the things I need to survive.
Okay, so let's put a stop right there in that question, because now there's a difference between if it's like a emotional, psychological need, true, or if it's just or if
it's like physical, like material.
Yeah, things. Material stuff. Because on the material side, if she's like, Sean, I need to go out. I want to go out this much times and do that. I don't have the money. What can we do? Like, I don't have the money. And
go rake the leaves.
Like, honestly.
Shovel the snow.
Right? So if it's that, then it's a different story. Then I would say, okay, that's where I'll be like, okay, Lee, right now, like, we're in a tough spot and I can't afford that lifestyle right now. But I'm working towards that.
Well, yeah, but then that, like, even it being that, it just has to be like both of you understand where you're at.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't expect a Beyonce lifestyle, but you're dating. Sorry, I was supposed to be so rude. You can't expect the Beyonce lifestyle when you're dating Ray J. Like, it's not the same.
You said Ray J. Is he with the glasses? Yo.
I don't care.
I don't care.
That was the funniest
Ray J.
video, but you can't.
No.
It's just not gonna work.
So, like, on that level, again, a conversation. So on this other level now, emotional and psychological now it's for me to look within myself and talk to Lee, like, okay, you want all of this. The reason why I don't do all of that is because I don't know how to consistently. And then also me humbling myself and be like, okay, asking her, okay, I understand that's what you need. Okay, how do I? And
so,
then,
like, so show me how to love you.
Exactly. Ooh.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe you should let me love. Let me want to give you everything.
Okay.
You have to finish the phrase. You can't just.
It's just though. I would say show me how to love you. Like, show me when to. Because again, a lot of the stuff is like, I don't know how.
Right. And got girls, ladies. Some men just don't know how.
Yeah, and it's okay.
It's okay. You have to tell them. They're not mind readers.
And also,
they're not mind readers. You have to open up your mouth and tell them what you want. You have to
tell us.
You don't tell them what you want them to do. They're not gonna know. If I'm like Sean, walking down the street, and I'm just like, I really wish you would hold my hand right now.
Okay, first of all,
he's not gonna know that I want him to hold my hand if I don't tell him.
That's a personal thing because I actually don't.
Doesn't hold my hand.
I don't like holding hands at all. Did it on our anniversary.
A whole year went by. I got one hand hold.
And I did at the wedding too, and the engagement.
Yeah.
Those are 3, and that's public with people actually like watching us. That's deep. Mm-hmm. That's the compromise, right?
3 times a year. 3 times a year is the compromise, friends. Praise Jehovah.
Like, we can't read minds.
Right.
So, like, show us, tell us.
You have to let people know, like, not even just your man or your girl. Like, you have to let people know.
Yep.
How you want to be treated. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You can't just be like, oh, you hurt my feelings, or they hurt my feelings. Did they know that they hurt your feelings?
Exactly.
That could just be someone's personality. Like, sometimes I'm a little feisty. I don't know if I'm being rude or not. Like, most of the time I'm very cautious about that stuff.
Yeah,
but like, you know what I mean? Like, if you say something to somebody, or somebody says something to you or like corrects you in a way, and then you get offended, and then what? You just gonna sit with your offense and disappear?
No, you can't. You have to communicate. Open up your mouth. And like talk.
You
like
have to open up your mouth to the right person too.
And
you can't
too.
Open up your mouth to just anybody and be like, did you hear what Sean said to me? Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. Go to Sean and tell him, listen, this is what happened. Do you remember this? Like, sometimes, like, do you even remember this?
It's important that you actually go to your man or woman and spouse and get that understanding.
Right.
Like, really, and like seek to get it. Like, if you're the guy and you know your girl's not as like, she's not able to express herself like you can, or vice versa, you need to find a way where you can allow the opportunity for her to express herself. If it's you taking her out one day and going for a walk, if it's pulling her to the side one day, and like setting up the conversation so that can be said, and that can be asked, and that can be voiced. Because the worst thing that you could do is that we're going further along the relationship and you're putting 100% in the wrong area. And that's like the worst thing, because you feel like you're doing your best, but it's not that you're not doing your best. You're doing your best in the wrong place. So if she's emotionally driven, you need to attack that.
Right. It's all in vain.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if she's emotional, attack the emotion. Stop giving her gifts.
Right.
Because there's a disconnection, right? She wants to feel you. She wants to touch you. But if you keep saying here, she's just like, okay. I mean, it's nice, and I'm pretty sure they'll accept it. Like, I don't know who won't. But at the same time, find where she is. Learn her love language. Learn that. Take the time and learn it. Because by you learning her love language, that answers so many questions and so many concerns of hers, because you could meet those needs.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, I feel like, for example, like, real life example, when we were dating or talking or whatever, I guess for me it was more like gifts.
Yeah.
So, like, Sean would give me, like, what was the first gift he ever gave me was a necklace for Christmas. And I was like, oh my god, not me. Like, and then after we got married, it was just like, all right, hold me now. Like,
and I'm just like, well, I thought you liked gifts.
No, I want it. Like, so, I mean, it changes. It could change. So it's just really about having that open communication, the conversation to say, listen, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I see for us. This is what I see you treating me as, or whatever, or what I expect. What do you expect? Exactly. That conversation is very important too. Especially when you're about to get married. What do you expect in the relationship?
I think it could start while you're in the getting to know each other stage.
Right.
Like, ask the questions. Don't wait, because what happens, you wait, and then now we get into a serious situation, and you don't know what to do because you were too in your head of the lovey-dovey and all that stuff. Get down to business. If you're, I believe at a certain age, like if you're courting, like the next step should be engagement. There should be no like, if you're, like I get it when you're in your teens and your beady, what is it, beady boppers? Beady boppers or something like that?
Teeny boppers.
Teeny boppers. Yo, teeny boppers. I said beady boppers. Like, yeah, that's funny. I'm not into pop culture. But should be no like I'm just dating to date. Dead that. Like dead it. Like, yo, think the next step. If you're not thinking the next step, gentlemen, don't approach the ladies. Like, don't do that. Don't waste time because again, ladies, it's so sad. Like, it's so sad. Like when they get to a certain age, society tells them that, yo, you have to be married, you have to be this, you have to be that, and that's not the case. But when you approach a lady about anything in regards to relationship, they're not thinking about shacking up.
Most of the time.
A lot of the time. I'm talking about like people with sense. Like if you have no sense, then I can't talk to you because you have no sense. Don't approach these ladies with the foolishness.
Yeah, you're breaking hearts out.
Right? So like,
that's all you're doing.
Really, like really, gentlemen, ladies, speak to your spouse. Have that dialogue of, yo, I feel this way, I feel this way. And then from there, it may not, if you have that from the early stage, it may not even get to the stage where it's like, oh, I don't feel like where you're thinking within yourself that you don't feel like you're good enough. Right? Because you check yourself every time when you have the conversation. And then if she says, I like when you kiss me, then if you're not kissing her, ta-da! like you answer your own question, right? This is the first episode, right? First one?
That's it.
That's it. I mean, we're going to get deeper and deeper.
Yeah. So if you have anything else that you want to talk to us about, you want us to answer, anything you want to say, stuff you like, you didn't like, let us know by sending us an email to thesamspodcast at gmail.com. That is thesamspodcast at gmail.com.
Exactly. Send your questions, send your comments. We also have an Instagram page.
Yes, which is the Sam's Pod.
No. Underscore Leah and Sean.
Wow.
We just
fired. Bye.
No, it's out there. We just put it up. And then we also have a YouTube that's Leah and Sean.
Yeah, it's the same as our Instagram.
So we have questions on there for people if you guys want to answer. And again, you get to see other people's responses as well.
Yeah, let's just all have a good discussion. These are things that people aren't really talking about. Like, you know what I mean? So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. My name is Sean Samuels.
And my name is Leah Samuels.
Ooh. And we are
the Sam.
Peace.